Hi there and welcome again to the Explaining History YouTube channel, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about the idea of modernity, what it is and what we mean when we're talking about modernity. Now, when we talk about things being modern, I suppose the idea, the images that one conjures up are electric light, jet engines, technology, computers, the things of the modern world that we take for granted every single day. The kind of things that perhaps if you were to introduce them to someone from the Middle Ages, they would simply think that you were presenting them with something divine, something magical, something to do with witchcraft. Well, these are what you would call products of the modern world, products of modernity, but the defining features of modernity, the things that make all these things possible, are really ideas and concepts. And so one of the fundamentals of modernity is a question of time, about the transition from natural time to factory time, to industrial time. What does that mean? Well, in the Middle Ages, people would have judged time via the seasons, when the sun rises, when the sun sets, when it's autumn, winter, summer or spring, with religious holidays to mark the year throughout. And that's where the understanding of time comes from. Our understanding of time, based around clocks, timetables, and now time is kind of managed by the internet, it is a much more recent phenomena. So this time is the product of industrialization, the need to measure and monitor time, to monitor how much time is being spent on certain tasks, to monitor industrial processes, to organise train timetables and mass transit. This is in the beginnings of industrial time, and a great many people in pre-industrial societies didn't really measure time in particularly any meaningful sense at all, or other than on a periodic basis. So they weren't watches for people to look at. They weren't train timetables because there weren't trains. And standardization of time is a key hallmark of modernity. Why? Because standardization of time allows people to envisage what other people are doing at the same time. It means that societies become synchronous. I know that it is 2 p.m. here in Wales, just as it's 2 p.m. in Scotland, just as it's 2 p.m. in Northern Ireland, and 2 p.m. in England. So I get the sense of being in a synchronous realm, that I am in a nation where time is being shared. That then gives me a sense of national identity, that it's the same everywhere else in this country, even though I'm not there at this particular moment, and it's full of people that I'm probably never going to meet. The other thing that does that is vernacular language. So when Christendom begins to fracture in the 16th century, and the Reformation happens, and we see a surge in things like mass printing, people are able to read first the Bible in their vernacular languages, be it German or French or English, and then other publications too. Two processes are happening at the same time, a surge in literacy and a surge in mass printing. These are the kinds of things that help people navigate the world on their own terms. They are the ways in which people come to understand the world, and they come to understand the societies and the communities they're in. And these are the things, along with this standardization of time, that help people to navigate the concepts of nationhood. So the nation, literacy, mass publishing, and the standardization of time are all some of the hallmarks of modernity. From there, you see things such as industrialization, the bureaucratization of society, the growth of government, and these kinds of things that allow all the stuff of modernity to emerge, from industrial revolutions to steam trains to mass consumer societies, and that kind of thing. So to recap, really, if you think about the standardization of time, mass publishing and mass literacy, these are the kind of the pillars upon which modernity is based. And science too, but that's a different video. Anyway, hopefully you found that useful, and I'll catch you on the next Explaining History YouTube video.